Rico Rockstyles 1 here. I'm doing a comparison between the Dreamcast and the Xbox Live variation of Crazy Taxi. It was also on Gamecube PS2, the original Xbox, and I think it was also on other systems as well. But I want to talk about the Dreamcast and the Xbox Live variation, mainly because the Xbox controller is kind of designed like a Dreamcast controller. Most of you say, hey, the Xbox controller is like a Dreamcast. To be fair, the Xbox 360 is the grandson of the Sega Dreamcast, because the original Xbox is technically the Dreamcast 2. If you ever looked at the original Xbox controller, either the controller S or the giant controller, which most people probably don't like, you may know some similarities between the Xbox and the Dreamcast. Both of them have a way of getting online. Both of them have two slots for a memory card. You also have a slot for your microphone. And the Dreamcast does not have built-in rumble, while the Xbox does. I don't have an original Xbox controller. If I did, I would be showing it in this video, but I don't. So. And besides, I use my 360 to play all my original Xbox games, even though some of them don't work on it. But that's okay. I don't play those games. One day I'll get a replacement controller for my original Xbox, but for now, this will have to do. But anyway, let's get back on to how the game works. You play as 4 characters. Well, one of 4 characters. You got Axel, BD Joe, who I like playing as, Gina, who reminds me of someone special to me. I'm not going to mention who. They know who they are. And Gus. I'm going to do a little survey. Of the 4 Crazy Taxi characters, who's your favorite? And which version did you first play? For me, it was the GameCube version, which I don't have. I rented it from Hollywood Video. I did own a copy for a short while, which I found at a thrift shop for a good deal, but I sold it to a friend along with the black GameCube. I have a platinum GameCube, which looks nicer in my opinion. But other than that, you basically use the triggers to gas and brake. You use the stick or the D-pad, I would recommend the stick, to move your character around. You use the A and B buttons to change from brake and accelerate, or D, whatever D means. Similar controls on the Xbox variation. You got the same controls. But I will mention on the Xbox Live variation and the PSN variation, I need to mention, they changed the music on some of the variations. Unfortunately, one of my favorite songs from the original Dreamcast version, which is also on the PS2, GameCube, and original Xbox version, is not on the 360 PSN version. You know the song What I Want, you know, yeah, 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 yeah. I'll link that song in the description if you're interested. That's not in this version. And also, you know the chains names like Levi's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut, just to name a few. There's probably other names, but they basically changed the names probably because of copyright reasons. And well, let's just say the Xbox Live and PSN version, they changed it to the Chicken Shack, the Jeans Store, the Pizza Shack, stuff like that. They changed the names to some of them due to copyright or something. I don't know why, but only the people at Sega and Microsoft and Sony know the answer why. But I will tell you the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox original variations, they kept the trademark names. And also, if you haven't played Crazy Taxi before, you should go and play it. Doesn't matter whether you get a copy for the GameCube, PS2, Xbox, the original Dreamcast, or even download it off a PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Arcade, or even find an arcade machine of it. You need to play Crazy Taxi. It's a fun game. And yes, I have played the arcade variation. It was at a Red Robin many years ago, before they had those kiosk machines that you pay on. They don't have those arcade machines, sadly, which is very sad. But other than that, Crazy Taxi is a game I recommend. Which version would I recommend? Well, it depends on any system. If you have a GameCube or Wii, get the GameCube version, as long as your Wii is backwards compatible. If you have a Xbox, get the Xbox version. If you have a Dreamcast, get the Dreamcast version. If you have a PS2, get a PS2 version. Or if you have a PS3 that's backwards compatible or modded to play PS2 games, then get that version. Or if you have a PS4, PS5, Xbox One, or the Xbox Series X, download it off of Xbox Live or PSN or something like that. It's a fun game. It's worth it in my book. So that's all I have to say here. This is Rico Rock 2001 signing off. Have a good one.